Every generation is given a new tool. Ours is artificial intelligence. The question is not whether AI will shape the future. The question is whether we will shape how it is used. Today is about clarity. Today is about confidence. Today is about future fluency. Morning light on a changing skyline. New ideas begin to rise. Every screen is just a doorway when you learn to look inside. Questions turning into pathways, signals forming into skill. When we move with real intention, we decide what tech will build. No more noise in the system, no more standing still. Clarity becomes the language, confidence the will. We are stepping toward the future with intention in our hands, turning insight into action, learning faster than we plan. Future fluency, see where you can be. Future fluency, shape your own reality. Tools are only tools we're holding. Human vision leads the way. Every space is evolving. Every learner starts today. From the classroom to the boardroom, from the sidewalk to the stage. Understanding builds momentum. Knowledge turns another page. Feel the shift in motion. Feel the mindset grow. Every step toward understanding opens what we know. We are stepping toward the future with intention in our hands, turning insight into action, learning faster than we planned. Future fluency, see where you can be. Future fluency, shape your own reality. Not replacing who we are, just expanding how we think. Every challenge getting clearer, every goal within our reach. We are builders of tomorrow, we are leaders of today. When technology meets wisdom, we create a better way. Hey, future. Hey, fluency. Hey, clarity. Hey, confidence. Hey, future. Hey, fluency. Hey, we are ready. We are ready. We are shaping what the future means, guided by a steady mind. Using tools with understanding, leaving fear and doubt behind. Future fluency. Step into the key. Future fluency. Unlock possibility. Clarity in motion, confidence to see. The future isn't waiting, it begins with you and me. Future fluency.
Hello, Putnam County District Library. I'm Daisha Lawrence. I am the founder and CEO of Future Fluency AI. And we're going to do just a little bit of introductory stuff, and then we're going to go ahead and get to some of the fun stuff for our audience today. So first of all, let me do a quick introduction. So as I said, I'm Daisha Lawrence, and I wasn't a techie. I actually have 20 years of teaching experience in higher education. I was a sociology and criminology professor, but I've always been interested in technology. So every time new technology came out for the classroom, I was always integrating it into my classroom, into my lectures, into my group activities. So AI was the natural progression for me to learn something new. I left education about 5 years ago to help my husband pursue his dream of becoming a business owner. And from there, I learned all about business strategy. I learned how to work. I became the HR department. I learned operations, logistics, digital marketing, and all that stuff. And that is where I really started getting into AI to help me with my marketing aspect. Okay. So now I'm a business consultant. I help businesses improve where they are. I consult with them on either how to integrate AI, how to use it to enhance their business, what is AI, and even if you're not using AI, I help you on your feet and like bounce ideas off of so I can have you moving in the right direction. Okay, so first, I want to introduce you to someone, and I feel like my internet's going out, but I'm going to introduce you to.
Hi, I'm Dee, Daisha's virtual twin. I represent Daisha on social media and training videos when she doesn't want to do her hair and makeup. All she has to do is type a few words, and I take it from there. Enjoy your training. And Daisha, thanks for giving me the day off.
Okay, so that's one of the fun things that I do. And if you're interested today, Larry, I will probably be helping you do something like this, if that's something that you're interested in creating your AI avatar and with your video creation and stuff. Okay, I'm also an author. I just wrote a book that came out in May. That's all about integrating AI in your life and using your skills over 40. Okay, welcome, Jamel. All right. So, Larry, if you guys were listening to the beginning of this recording,
Hello.
Larry already told you all of this stuff. All right. But I'm going to tell you one more time. All right. AI is a very interesting piece of technology that we have. It's not a search engine. All right. It's not a calculator. What AI is that it is a predictive engine. It tries to predict what we're going to say or do next. All right. So it's not intelligent in the sense that it's just pulling things out of thin air. It recognizes patterns. It recognizes algorithms. And if there's something that as human beings is something that we say on a regular basis in a sentence, it tries to predict what that next word or what the next sentence is going to be. You see this on your cell phone, okay? When you are typing into your text messages and it's trying to guess the word that's coming next, that's AI, all right? If you are trying to create an app, is trying to guess what's going to come next in that app creation so that you can have a functioning app or a functioning website or a functioning video. That's all it is. AI learns what we're doing. The machine learns what we're doing. It uses math and it tries to predict what comes next. All right. So the ability of what comes next based on context. Okay. So if you're talking about water balloons and how to fill water balloons, is not going to start telling you how to bounce a basketball. It's going to give you the next step in that process 95% of the time. Okay. Think of AI as your cognitive partner. Now, is it perfect 100% of the time? Absolutely not. It is still technology. It is still a machine, and it's still developing and aging. All right. And learning what we need to do. So sometimes it doesn't act or behave the way we want it to. We have to give it the proper instructions to do what we need it to do. All right. So if you are new to AI, the first thing you need to know is how to access it. Okay. If you're on a computer, you can just type in the name of the program, and I'll show you those programs in a little bit, but you can go into your web browser and type in Gemini, ChatGPT, Manus, and it pops up on the cloud. You can also go into your app store, such as your Apple App Store. I'm an Android girl, so I go to Google Play, and you can download those apps with your phone. That's it, right? It's all internet-based. You don't have to install any software for the most part, okay? So let's get to those instructions. And Larry, this is kind of what your people were telling you, okay? You get what you give when it comes to AI, all right? Prompts are our instructions on what we want the AI machine to do, okay? So you can have good prompts and you can have bad prompts, okay? The bad prompts are those things that are very general. You give it no detail, no context, no nothing, such as make me a picture of a superhero. You're going to get a picture of a superhero, but is it the superhero that you want? All right. In order to get that better superhero drawing, you have to give it more details. What kind of superpowers does it have? What colors do you want? Is it a superhero that's based on the powers and strength come from its equipment like Batman and Iron Man, or are they actual superpowers? Okay, so you have to give it its detail. Okay, what is the situation that it's in? You know, who are they fighting? So that's what a prompt does. You have to give it all of this information. When you're giving AI an instruction, your goal. What do you want it to, or what do you want it to give you? Okay. So let's look at how this should work. I guess I should have said before, this is a workshop. I go interactive. I give you guys live demos so that we can, so you can see this in action. Okay. The first thing is clean up your mess. All right. Your AI, and what we're going to use today is called an LLM, a large language model. These are our conversational AI tools. So this is your ChatGPT. This is your Google Gemini. This is your Claude. Those are the top three. All right. What we're going to do is open up one of these, give it a list of a bunch of different things that we have to accomplish, and we're going to make it get organized. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to exit this screen and share a different screen. And Larry, if you have questions, make sure you go ahead and stop me, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and share a different screen for you. And we're going to use Larry's favorite one, ChatGPT, to start. All right, so as I said, when you use in any AI, you have to find it on the website. So the first to go is chatgpt.com. You can type it in your web browser on your computer or your phone, right? Now, we needed to do something, okay? We wanted to organize our chaos, all right? So Larry, do you have lots of activities that you have to do? I know you said that you're starting a business. What other things do you have going on in your life?
Right now I'm working on my business plan to get more funding. So, and I'm also in the process, I'm writing a book too. And I'm also getting into board game creation. So I just created a prototype for a card game. So yeah, my plate's pretty full, and I'm a dad too.
Your dad. Awesome. So I think this example is going to resonate with you. Okay. So I'm going to use stuff from my personal life. So I am also a mom and a wife and a business owner and all that stuff too, and an author and all that jazz, right? So very similar to you, my plate is very heavy. So your list, I'm going to share, I'll send this link to everyone who's listening. I'm going to share this link with Lori of all the different prompts that I'm using. Okay, so ChatGPT and Google Gemini organize our life. So here is a list of things I have to get done, right? Draft a month-to-month booking agreement for one of my clients. Okay, that urgent. I need to get that done in the next 24 hours. I also like to play puzzles, so I need to beat my current puzzle. My current puzzle before midnight. Okay. I have to prep my son's meals. I have to check on all of my different AI agents to make sure they're working. So there's lots of things that I have to do. I have to check on my garden. I have to do stuff for my bookkeeping business. All right. So it's all these things I have to do. Just in here, I just write. And how well do you think it's going to organize it? Just organize this.
Oh.
It might do something. Okay. So we're just going to organize it and let's see what happens. If my internet wants to act right. What we're going to do, we're going to do the same thing and organize this. And if you do the Gemini, Google Gemini, right? Or Google Gemini, and see what you get. Okay. I used to love ChatGPT. I've started relying a lot more on Gemini. And we're going to see who's won this competition of battling my internet to see which one's going to work first. Okay. Chat is stuck. So it looks like it's going to be Gemini today. So all I said was just organize this. I gave it no instructions on how I want it organized, but it gave me a decent outline. So in the next 48 hours, it gave me something that was urgent, do my bookkeeping stuff, my high priority stuff, short-term strategic planning. Not bad. But what if I wanted it to connect to my calendar? Okay. I have a prompt here, and the prompt says, act as an executive productivity assistant. I'm going to provide you a list of disorganized brain dump tasks. Your objective is to standardize, categorize, and structure this data into usable formats. Execute this in 2 distinct steps. 1, the matrix. Create a markdown table to organize the task. The table must include the following columns: task, category, such as business, personal, and fun, priority, standardized to high, medium, or low, and deadline. Sort the table chronologically by the shortest deadline, then by priority. Then step 2, calendar integration. Below the table, generate a plain text code to for directly into Google Calendar. Okay, so I'm going to give it the list one more time, and let's see how much easier this is to organize. All right, and so Larry, for you, you're writing a book, you're a dad, you're starting a business, you have some board game designs that you want to make. All right. So now you need to get it all organized and plot it out for you. That's what this prompt can help you with. And you add more things to it. So it came up and now it's telling me when I should do things. It's giving me specific dates. Okay. Now, giving me this to integrate into my calendar is all well and good, but I'm going to say connect to my Google Calendar and add these dates directly to it. And then it's going to ask for permission to connect to my calendar. And then it's going to put it in my calendar, and I'm going to get reminders from my Google Calendar when I need to do something next. Super fun, super easy. Okay. Larry, have you done anything like that before?
No,
Would this be useful for you?
very.
Very awesome.
Yeah, I was actually
So,
discussing it this morning.
you needed that this morning?
Yeah, I did.
All right. So it says, sure, you want these 10 events. Do you want to go ahead and create them right now? And it has all of this information, and you can expand it for more information. And I'm going to say yes. And so since this is already my account is going to connect to my calendar. If it's your first time, it's going to ask for permission to connect to your calendar. Okay. And now it's been added to my calendar. So if I go to my Google Calendar, you're going to see that my internet is slow. All right, you're going to see that they're going to be there as soon as my calendar pulls up. All right. I've done this with so many things. I made an attempt at gardening, so it gave me a plan on when to plant all of my different seeds and all my different bulbs. All right, so let's see what do we have for today. So brown, you can see it says draft K-Pod Canton agreement. All right, that's one of them. Let's see, it gave me some words for blue. All right, let's do by day so we can see. Date. Okay, so here you guys are. So what do I have to do tomorrow? All right, I got lots of things going on up here in my brown area. So agreement, prepping my son. So everything is in there, and it's going to be a reminder every day that I need to get these done. To take it one step further, I could have put times in there. And if I said make all the times at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, it would have added it to the time slot. But I wasn't specific enough, right? So the more specific you are, the more information it gives you. All right? How's that for a fun AI tool?
Fun.
All right. One of the things I focus on, and then we're going to get to the real fun stuff for Larry today, is protecting your data. Most AI tools are publicly accessed. Once you start paying for some of the AI tools, there are different ways to protect your data. If you're using the free tiers, it is very important to protect your information. There are certain things that you should never upload into a free tier of any AI tool. That will be things like your social security number, right? Medical records, your banking information, router. And I know people are like, duh, we know that, Daisha. We have to do that. You will be surprised the number of people upload this stuff. Okay. So you don't put it into an AI tool. Now, if you are a business owner, you're saying, but people said I can use AI to do my bookkeeping, to help me with my finances, help me with all of these different things. But you just said I shouldn't put that information in there. When you move to a paid version for most of these tools, there's a button that is included in your settings that says do not train the AI tool. If you click that train the AI tool, that means all of your information stays local to your account. So now you can add some of that more personal information. I still wouldn't do your social security number. If you have a large business, so let's say you run like a car dealership, or you run an enterprise where you have like 1,000 staff members, there's another tier called enterprise level for most of these tools that gives you special data and security protections that allows you to upload all of your personal or private information that should be protected. And then there's also a contractual agreement to make sure that you're protected from any data breaches that you can actually sue them over if something happens to your data. Okay. Nothing is 100% guaranteed. Hackers are going to hack. Hackers are going to learn how to break through. But basically, the higher the tier, the more you're paying, the more your information is protected. If you're using the free tier, don't put it in there. Don't put it in there. If you wouldn't put it on Facebook, if you wouldn't write it, and leave it sitting in your front yard, don't put it into AI if you're on a free tier. Okay? Questions?
No.
All right. So this is what we're going to do. I have these flyers in here, but Larry wants to learn how to do the video creation. So we're going to jump away from the presentation, and we're going to do something so Larry can leave with something tangible that he can take home with him, with some type of tool, some type of skill. All right, because that's what I do. All right, I try to match my audience. So if people in the audience want to learn something specific, that's what we're going to talk about. Okay? Are you done, Larry?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to get out of here, and I'm going to bring up a different tool. All right, so Larry has already done some AI stuff. So we're going to do something a little bit more advanced that I typically don't do in these seminars, but since Larry is my audience member, Larry gets what Larry wants. Okay, so at the beginning of this presentation, you saw D. You met D. D was my AI avatar. Daisha, how did you make an AI avatar of yourself where you just type in words and you get a full video? Well, I'm going to show you, right? Now, as Larry said at the beginning, there are a ton of different programs now that you can use to make an AI avatar. I'm going to go simple, all right? And right now is the best one that I'm using. So I'm going to do a search for you so that you know how to get there. And you're going to do a search for Google Flow. Okay? We're going to search for Google Flow. And Google Flow is housed in Google Labs. Okay? Google Flow is housed in Google Labs. Okay. As long as you have a Google account, you should have access to this. Okay.
Hey,
I'm going to show you
somebody that might try to join. Just be peeking if they go in. I gave them the wrong link, so they couldn't get in earlier. So just be peeking if they try to get in.
Okay, I found them. Thank you. Welcome, Jackie. I found them. I just let somebody in.
All right, here you go. Yep.
Yep. Welcome in. What we're doing right now is that I kind of diverged from my standard presentation, and I'm showing those in the audience who asked how to make their own AI avatar. So I'm doing a Google search for Google Flow. If you have a Google account, you'll have you should have access to this. I have the upgraded version of Google Flow. You can do the same things that I'm doing in Google Flow. The only difference is in the free version, you get enough credits for 1 or 2 video generations a day. I'm paying for I make a lot of videos in a day. So when I say make a video, if you give a bad prompt and your video comes out a mess, that's your one video for the day. So if this is something that you plan on pursuing, I definitely suggest at least upgrading to like the next tier. I think it's like 15 or 20 a month, just so you can have more than 30 credits, or it might be 50 credits. I think the next tier credits, that's enough to do like 5, 10 different video generations, depending on what you're doing. Okay, does that make sense, Larry?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. All right. So, Google Flow. You're going to click on, if it's your first time, it's going to do all the information. It's going to walk you through everything. It's going to get to a main screen. Okay. Once you get to that main screen, you're going to click on New Project. Okay. So once you're in the new project, I've only done this on my phone. I haven't done it on the computer. But the first thing you can do is create your avatar. And let me tell you, Google Flow is so easy. Our other tools like Hayden, Kling, Midjourney, there's no off the top of my head, but Google Flow made it super easy. So, in here. So if you're on the computer, your phone, in the top right-hand corner is typically your profile picture, whether you're on the free version, the pro version, or the ultra. Okay. When you click on that, it's going to give you manage avatar. Okay. Then once you click on manage avatar, you can see how many credits. I have a ton of credits, y'all. Okay. Once you click on manage avatar, it's literally going to walk you through. It's going to say, look at the camera. It's going to take a scan of your face. It's going to say, turn your head to the left. It's going to take a scan of your face. It's going to say, turn your head to the right. It's going to take a scan of your face. Then it's going to say, read these numbers out loud. And it'll be numbers that appear on the screen, like 68, 43. And once you read those 5 numbers, it might ask you to scan one more time, but then you're done. Your image is in there. And it doesn't matter how messed up you look. Okay? I'm going to show y'all my picture that I for one of my videos, so you can see what the end result is. Then I'll show you what the starting image was. Okay? So this is one, I think I did this one today. It's one of the ones I did. And these are videos for you, but you'll see what I look like in these products. Okay? Okay. All right. There should be another one that pops up here. Do I look almost pretty professional in that picture? Larry, Jamel,
Yeah.
Jackie. Okay. I'll show y'all.
Yep.
With me. I'm going to show y'all what start. I'm gonna. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
That was my starting image. Okay.
Okay.
That became that, and that was me putting on makeup, not realizing my hair still looked hot. So when you're doing this, it's in there. It knows what your face is, so it doesn't change your facial structure too much. So it's you. Okay.
Mhm.
So what you need to do with at this point is tell Gemini, tell Flow what you needed to do. So Larry, tell me, what do you want my AI avatar to do? Just give me something short, like a short 5-second scene. What do you want to see?
How about just something simple like say hello and wave?
All right.
Wave.
Go ahead. Okay. So use my avatar to say hello and ooh, that's not used hello. And do you want to say anything else? How about welcome
I'll leave it
to
up to the other guys if they want to chime in on it.
okay, Jamel, Jackie, what else do you want my avatar to do? I got about 5 to 8 seconds of content I can put in here. You're muted, Jamel.
You could say something like "Happy Holidays," "Happy 4th,"
Happy 4th. Okay. Happy
even though it's past.
belated 4th
4th of July.
of July. Jackie, do you want to add anything? No, you're muted if you are trying. Okay. I'm gonna say she is wearing a Supergirl costume and standing on the Empire State Building. The wind is blowing. She has long, dark hair. All right. You click on this plus sign. You add your avatar. You add it to your prompt. If you can see down in this corner is your settings. Your settings tell you, do you want it to be an image or a video? We want this to be a video. Then it's what kind of video? You want it to be a full screen like YouTube long form video, or do you want it to be like a YouTube short or a Facebook reel or a TikTok video? Okay, for our purposes, let's make it feature length like a YouTube video. Okay, and how many attempts do you want it to take? You want 1 attempt, 2 attempts, or up to 4 attempts? I usually do 2. Now, the more attempts you use, the more credits you use. You get 50 credits a day if you're on the free plan. All right. Then it's going to ask you what model. So down here, Omni Flash is the top model and uses the most amount of credits. If you want to try it out before you use the best one, you can start with VO3 Lite, which is usually like 5 or 10 credits, up to Quality that uses like 20 credits. And Omni Flash usually uses around 30 to 40 credits, depending on how many different images you put in there for the video. So we're gonna stay on Omni. I'm gonna give you guys the best thing for your buck. I have over 8,000 credits. Go ahead and just use them. All right. So you click save. All right. We're gonna go back, and now we're going to submit, and it's going to work. And so while we work, I'm going to let you guys ask me questions while it's trying to generate the video. So if you have any questions about any of this, now is your time. And something went wrong. Okay, my internet is slow.
So I wasn't able to hear which one you chose. Did you say you chose the YouTube type video?
Yeah, the 16 by 9. So I did long YouTube. So if you're doing long form, more than 3 minutes on YouTube, the widescreen, that's the one I select.
Got it. Okay.
Great. So it always asks you if you want to use your credits. So these 2 generations is going to cost me 30 credits. I'm going to say yes. Let's do it. So I'm approving it, and it's going to continue its generation. All right. So you can see I asked for 2 generations. So it's up here in the corner. It is creating 2 videos for us. And let's see what she does. All right. What other questions do you guys have?
Just waiting.
Awesome. Okay, Jackie. Just waiting? Awesome.
Just
So
waiting.
last night, I know, and for whatever reason, my internet is super slow, but it usually takes it about 2 minutes. Is that she's podcast, but she doesn't want it to be like human self. And you can leave this generating stuff. Okay. It'll generate in the back. You can leave it and come back to it. So I'm gonna have to swap my internet settings. So this is one of the things that we were messing with last night. And she wanted to be animated. So I did some of me since I had mine, my picture in there. And
Honey, you will not believe what I just heard. They say she is actually moving in tomorrow. Mm-hmm.
all right. So just little things. Okay. Internet is slow. All right, so let's go back and check on our other generations. But you can make them into cartoon. You can make them like the anything you can think of when it comes to animation, you can make it in that format. So sometimes you might have to upload a sample of what you want. So if you're like an anime person, then you upload like an image of anime, say I want it in this format, and then it'll make your video in that format. Or you could do realistic, which is just the real, you being yourself. And you could do like Lego. You can do all kinds of stuff. Okay. But it's really useful, these tools, because where's she at? Come on. I did in here. Okay. It's really useful because if you're running a business, you're trying to content creation, you don't always have to get up and do your makeup or do your hair or make sure you're wearing the perfect outfit. Or if you're like me, trying to read a script, I mess up. An hour to record a 5-second clip versus just typing in a few words and having my AI do it for me. Okay. All right. So our video looks like it's about ready. We're just waiting for my internet catch up this time. All right. Give for a minute. Let's let the internet catch up. All right. The other thing I forgot to show you guys on there is that you can select the amount of time you want your video to be. The default amount of time is 6 seconds, but you can go up to 10 seconds. I keep mine on 10 seconds because 6 seconds goes really fast.
Happy belated 4th of July.
Okay. And this is just my internet stopping. It has like 4 more seconds. So I didn't give it a lot of information, but that's what it's doing. If it's 10 seconds and you only give it 2 sentences, it's just going to fill that time with the avatar moving around. So if you have 10 seconds, make sure you give it at least 3 to 4 sentences, usually fill up 10 seconds. 2 sentences usually fill up about 5 to 7. So just keep that in mind when you are creating.
Hello. Happy belated 4th of July.
All right. So you notice we only gave her 2 sentences, so we used a lot of time of just airspace. Okay. All right. Larry, what do you think?
I mean, this is fun. I'm definitely, when I get home, I'm gonna try this out.
Okay.
That's much easier than I thought it would be.
And
Yeah,
and Larry, you can use it to make a trailer for your book too. If you mentioned you want to create a book, you can use that to create some type of interesting lead in advertisement for your book.
Nice. I'm gonna write that down. Thank you.
Perfect, Jamel. Thank you so much. And since Jamel gave me the perfect lead into that, I'm going to show you the trailer for my new book that's coming out in October. All right. And it'll play eventually. Oh, also, Larry, if you are interested, follow me on like Facebook or something. I'm in the middle of I've created a tool in Claude, but I'm going to turn it into an app that actually edits your book for you instead of paying an editor. It gives you pushback. It says you're saying this word too much. You're being redundant. You've used this phrase a whole bunch of times. You made a claim and you're not supporting it. So I have that editor tool, and there's also a publisher tool in there that'll format it for you for Ingram Spark, for Kindle, all that stuff.
Thank you. You said on
all right,
Facebook,
so
right?
yeah, and I'll give you guys, if you go to futurefluencyai.com, all of my contact details will be there. And actually, let's do this. I'll show you the full trailer, and then we'll have just enough time for some questions. Jackie, is there something that you wanted to learn while you're on here?
Well, the first question that I have, and I didn't get to ask it, when you were asking me what are some other things that I would like to see the avatar do, you guys were talking about kind of like words, and I was thinking that she would walk a couple steps and turn around. But you're saying that if you only say 2 things, it's going to keep turning around anyway. Is that what I'm understanding?
It does whatever it wants if you don't give it instruction. So the thing about AI, if you don't give it instruction,
Okay.
it'll make it up. So yeah, so I can go back while we're waiting for YouTube to load, and let me do that prompt for you. We're giving her bodily directions, okay? Which should be all right. Let's give her some bodily directions. And I do apologize. I don't know why my internet is so slow today. All right. So one of the other good, poor grammar, another good thing about Flow is that, let's say we do like this video, but we do want to add more movement like Jackie asked. There's this little button that looks like a return arrow. It's reuse prompt. So you don't have to retype everything. It'll put your prompt back in the chat area, and then you can add to it. Have her walk across the building before she speaks. Then she flies away when she is finished speaking. Does that sound more like it, Jackie?
Fabulous.
All right. So we're going to add that in there, and we're going to see what happens. All right. So we're going to go to Future Fluency AI. And I hope I put my trailer on here. If I didn't, I'm gonna have to add it. Look at me not adding my trailer to YouTube. Bad social media person. Bad social media person. Okay. What's your point, please?
No problem. You had the marketing director review it last night, so you haven't published it yet.
I did. You know where it's at? It's over here. It's on TikTok is where it's at. It's not on YouTube. It's on Facebook. So is she still working? Oh, I got to approve. All right. Forgot to approve. I see all my crazy Facebookness. All right. So while she's working, YouTube is working. Videos are going. All right. And then we'll do this, and then we'll do the last little bit of the lecture that I skipped. I skipped a bunch, but we're going to do like the last slide and then open up for questions one more time, and then we will be done. So everything is loading. We're going to take time. Jackie, go ahead.
So I was tardy trying to get in on another place, but you said this was Google Flow.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you do a search, right now it's not its own app completely, not for everyone, but it is in Google Labs. So if you do a search for Google Flow, it'll come up under Google Labs and it'll take you directly to that page. All right.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. And as I said before, what you get out is as good as what you put in. So if you put in something amazing, then you'll get something amazing back. If you put in something not so great, then you're going to get something not so great back. All right. And it looks like our video is ready. So let's see. And we'll play it twice while it's still trying to buffer and catch up. Come on, internet. I promise you, it's my internet, not the software.
Hello. Happy belated 4th of July.
How about that?
Woo!
There you go.
Hello. Happy belated 4th of July.
Okay. And then just for you, Larry, here's my trailer to my book. Okay, so there's so much you can do when it comes to marketing and things like that. For that trailer, I used 2 different clips, made clips and put them together in a video editing tool. If you want a free video editing tool and you're on your phone, you can use InShot, INSHOT. If you're on your computer, you can use CapCut. All right, CAPCUT. And CapCut has, they both have a free tier and a paid tier. CapCut has more tools than InShot. CapCut also has a phone version of the app, but InShot only has a mobile version. It doesn't have a computer desktop version. Okay. So let's go back here. And I have a few questions for you. What surprised you most out of today's talk? Or what did you learn?
I learned that there's more in Google than I thought. I just thought it was just like, you had Google Docs and whatnot, but I had no idea. I had no idea that Google Flow was in there at all. I think that saved me some
Yeah,
money.
Google. Yeah, so one of the things that Google is doing is really trying to play catch up because before Google Flow, I was using HeyGen for my avatar and 11 Labs for my voice. So I clone my voice and then I'll type in the script, a few sentences for each scene. Then I'll upload the audio to HeyGen and have like my image of my avatar in HeyGen, and then it'll animate the avatar based on the audio script. It took a long time, but it still took less time than trying to record it yourself. And all of those things are subscriptions based, right? So now I do everything in Google Flow, and you have more motion. The HeyGen avatar is there you're standing and you're just kind of talking with it, and it's just moving its arms. It doesn't do any other motion. So Flow gives you the approach. Kling is another one that also does like a cinematic approach. And then the other thing with it is that there's Google Flow Music is not as great as the other music. Did you hear the song coming up that was playing when you guys came in? Probably not, because I think I was talking to Corey.
I did.
I'll play it on our outro. There is an app called Suno, Suno. You have Suno? Awesome. And I'm doing a workshop at the end of the month on how to use Suno to make music and music videos and things like that. Okay.
Where would that be? I need that because I can't figure it soon. I have it, but trying to figure it out. I did like a paragraph, and then I wasn't able to change it afterwards, so I just got confused.
Yeah, there's definitely a trick to it. So if you go to my website, futurefluencyai.com, there is an events page, and it will say go to events on Eventbrite. Okay, that's the easiest way to find me. And then in Eventbrite, it'll be I think it's music masterclass, AI music masterclass. Hold on. All right. It should be AI music masterclass. This is my website. Made with AI, by the way. So I'll do another workshop on how to make your websites and stuff with AI. So yeah, it'll be prompt and play masterclass. You click there to register, and then it'll take you to Eventbrite, and then just look for this again, prompt and play masterclass, and sign up for it. It's absolutely free. And then it'll be I think I have it on June 30th. All right. So that will be happening at the end of the month, and I'll be having more classes regularly when I'm not doing these workshops. Okay.
Okay.
Jackie, I know you came in a little bit late, but what did you learn, or what surprised you most today?
Same as the other gentleman. I'm very surprised that Google, and I use a lot of Google every day at the school. I'm not real techie, but I'm very surprised that Google offers this. But thank you for saying that it may not come up as just Google Flow, and it'll come in through another space. So that it's there. And I'm just very surprised by Google.
Awesome. Yay. Would either of you be interested in like a 60-minute session on going through all the things that Google offers at some point in time in the future?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. So
Yes,
stay on my
amen.
website, and then on my website you can sign up for my newsletter. And as soon as I schedule that, you guys will be alerted. If you sign up for my newsletter, you guys will be alerted immediately. Or do the follow button on Eventbrite, and as soon as I create the event, you will be alerted. You register. All of the webinars are free. There are like paid upgrades, but everything I do for the general public is free for the content itself. Okay. And then, so I'll just do a what's in Google class, and I'll probably do that sometime in August. Okay.
And for the local Putnam audience, you do have another session at the other library next week, so you can let them know about that.
Yeah. Same time, same place, same bat time, same bat channel. The other other Putnam District Library, that's 15 minutes north of you guys. I have another workshop. It's going to be the same workshop, but no two workshops are the same, because as I said, I adapt to my audience. So if you follow me on any of those platforms, just you want to pop in on Zoom to any of the other lectures, any other workshops, just follow me. I'll send out the link, and you guys can join that way as well. Okay.
Okay.
So again, my website is futurefluencyai.com. You can also get my book from my website, or you can go straight to Amazon if you want it. You don't have to get it, right? But my website has everything. It has upcoming workshops that I'm doing at different libraries and different locations. All of my webinars, any webinar that I do, the registration will be on Eventbrite. Okay. So anything else that you guys want to learn in the future, any last things that's on your mind before we say goodbye for the night?
From the marketing side, just apologize to everybody. We had a last minute change and made this virtual, so we had set up a link last minute. But I'm glad everybody could make it in that could make it. But we will be doing these events both in person and virtual in the future. So if you have an event or a subject matter that you would like to have in your area, we can also do virtual things on demand, like you said earlier. So you can pick a topic, or if you want an encore of the same thing, and let's say your church or you've got an organization you're in and you think everybody would enjoy this as well, feel free to reach out to us, and we can set up something on our calendar to have something specialized for a group that you might be interested in helping train and things like that as well. So just let us know.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then, and with that being said, if you're part of the Putnam Library System, I'm going to send all the prompts that I had planned on giving you guys today to Corey, as the link to this video, and a link to a workbook for you guys. Okay?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So you can find me on futurefluencyai.com or DL at futurefluencyai.com if you have any questions. Till next time.